Hi guys, Patty here, Mommy and Me Crafts, to do a tutorial on this rainbow, what do you call it, wall art, I guess. You can also make these, if you make them smaller, like into tassels, into like a little tassel maybe. I think this one is definitely way too big to hang on anything, but they are so cute and so simple to make. All of the products that I used in this one are from DollarTree, except for these beads. These beads I purchased, I believe, at Michael's a while back, but they do have something similar to this at DollarTree. And so this yarn is from DollarTree. I picked up these chenille sticks that they also sell at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure where I got these, but I know for sure they have them at Dollar Tree. And I would actually recommend that you use floral wire, like that green one that they have at Dollar Tree. I think it would be easier to cover it, because like on some of these you can see a little bit of the black peeking through, and so I had to go over it several times. You can see where some areas are thicker than others. So if I hadn't used this pipe cleaner or chenille stem, it would have been easier to cover that up. But you definitely do need a wire to make that shape, that arched shape of a rainbow. And then I also used this, it's called Decorative Nautical Rope, and they also have this at Dollar Tree. I think it would have been really cute if I would have, or maybe I can still find a white one somewhere, maybe like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, because I did watch a video, and I'll link that video down below, where they unraveled the actual rope that they were using. So instead of making their own tassels, the lady that created it just unraveled the rope, and it was white, so it gave, you know, the look of like a little cloud on the bottom. You could also just use that cream yarn that they have. I didn't pick any up. These are the only colors I found when I picked these up at Dollar Tree. But instead of making these tassels the same color as the rainbow, you know, you could use that white or cream yarn to give that cloud effect. I think that looks so cute, and it just brings out the colors more when you have that white contrast on the bottom. And so let me show you what I did. Basically what you are going to be doing, let me put this up here, is cutting pieces of this nautical rope to form the arch. So this is my smaller piece. This is how I cut it. A good tip is to put some tape at the bottom before you cut it, and that's going to keep it from unraveling, and it's just less messy. It's just a neater, helps keep your craft area neat and keep the rope neat as well, and easier to work with. So this is my inner circle or color, and of course you can add as many as you want. I only did 3. You can definitely add more. And then I would just put some tape on here and go around this way and try to use my mat to measure, you know, where I'm gonna cut. And then I would just place this tape, let me grab that, right here as an indicator of where I'm gonna cut, wrap that around as tight as possible, and then just cut at the end of this. And see how nice and neat that is, and it doesn't leave like a mess, and because this rope is really messy and it just like shreds apart. So adding that tape when you're cutting just makes it neater. And then there you go, and you just keep repeating that as you go, depending on how many colors or layers you want to use. Now, what I did to shape this is use these pipe cleaners or chenille stems, and I just hot glue it to the actual piece. Let me do that. So real basic. Start at the bottom and just hot glue it all along the edge of the rope, or the side of the rope. It's actually easier to glue if it's straight. So this part is really simple. Actually, all of it is really simple. The thing that takes the longest, of course, is the wrapping. But yeah, I wish I had like just bright, vibrant, like just the basic primary colors, because I think it would just be so stinking cute, you know. And then with the white tassels at the bottom to represent clouds, I just think that would be so cute. So for the sake of this video, I have already started with my 2 outer layers, and actually on this one I started with the inner layer and then built up, which I think is a better idea, but you know, this can work as well. So that's gonna go right in there. Isn't that so cute already? And so the color I'm going to use for this one is this color right here. Let me just pull some of it out just so I can show you how I get started and how I do it. So what I do is at the base, I just tie a knot as low to the bottom as possible. And don't worry too much about covering those tips, because I mean, you can definitely glue some yarn onto it later, but also you're going to be gluing on the tassels, so that will help hide that as well. And then you just start wrapping. You can also use this little piece right here to just, you know, glue that down and hide it, but I just bring it up, and you want to do it as tightly as possible just to hide all that black and hide everything underneath. And you know, you just keep going until you've gone all the way. What I did find is that this side, you know, doesn't have all that black, so whereas this side, it you know, it peers out a little bit. So that is why I recommend using just a floral wire. But let me finish winding this and I'll be right back. So I've reached to the end. I've added a little bit of glue there to keep that in place. I tied a little knot, and then I'll just glue, hot glue the rest of that down. Trying not to burn my fingers, but you guys know how that goes. We always do. And like I said, you don't have to worry too much about this bottom part, because you'll be hiding that with the tassels. So I left quite a bit of the black showing through. Of course, you want to take more time to hide that and get those colors in. So see how cute that looks in there? So now all I would do is, in the video that I watched, I actually watched it after I made this first one. But anyhow, in the video that I watched, she stitched these pieces together. So you can certainly use a needle and thread and like do a crisscross stitch through each layer, but I just hot glued them. So I'm gonna start right here, put some glue on, try to line that up to the edge as best as possible. Hold it down a little bit. And then just keep gluing all the way around. Trying to keep that shape. And the good thing is that you can, you know, definitely move it around a little bit because of that wire. So this is going to be my front side, just because I left a lot of black showing through on the back. So this is my front side. Now, something that I did miss and I wish I would have done at the beginning is when you are gonna, if you're gonna add this little tassel at the top, which you don't have to do, you know, you can just add like a little hanging thing back here, hot glue or a little hook or whatever. But anyway, I thought it would be cute to add this little tassel, this little bead dangle right here as a hanging element. So I should have, before attaching this piece, this very top layer, I should have tied this on here so that it's already on there for me. But because I missed that step or that opportunity to do that ahead of time, I just went ahead and sewed it on to my piece. And then when I was doing this one, for time's sake, I decided to, you know, prepare it ahead of time. And so I ended up doing this exact same thing I did before. I glued these pieces before adding the hanging element. So try to remember that. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can, like I said, just stitch it on after, but I think it would just be better to tie it around that top layer. Just, I think it would be more secure. So as you can see here on the edges, I have glued a strip of yarn, and that's just to hide if there's any glue coming through. See how you can see this glue coming through? And of course this is the back part, but anyway, that's why I added those strips. So here I would just glue a strip down like this all the way around for here. Let me see. Whoa. So I would add a little dab of glue right here and attach this piece. And then just do the same thing all the way around until you reach that end. Okay, so I have attached all of those little edges to hide that glue, and you want to just take your time with that. I kind of went pretty fast, but you do want to take your time with it because this is what's going to add that clean finishing touch to your rainbow. So definitely add little bit of glue and just try to be really neat. I also saw where someone added like pom-poms to the side of this. I mean, look how cute that would be. Wouldn't that be so cute to add pom-poms all the way around? Oh, so cute. So I might do that on one. Just try to add, this is one of my pom-pom charms. Just try to add little pom-poms like all the way around. I just think that is so stinking adorable. Maybe on this one because it matches the colors I have match better, but anyway, look how cute that would be. Okay, so now what I want to show you is the bottom part to finish that up. Put this away. So at the bottom, what I did was create some tassels, and all I did was use the actual paper that comes wrapped around the yarn, and I just wrapped it I think like 10 times. So just start at the bottom and then just go around counting 10 times, and then you create, that's how I created my little tassels. So I've already made them, and what I would do, and this is how they look, and you know, I just tie a string around them at the top and then just fold that down to be part of the tassel. And so what I would do here is just glue this on to your bottom piece, and that's where I tell you that you know, not to worry too much about this, because you can, I definitely need to cover that up more, but you can just hide that once you glue on your tassels. I hope I'm still in frame. I'm not even paying attention. So yeah, you just make these tassels. Like I said, I think those white ones, a white one would be so stinking cute. And then those little pom-poms. What do you guys think about those little pom-poms? Isn't that adorable? And look how cute these are. And then to string my yarn, this yarn through my beads, these are pretty big holes, so it was easy. But all I did was add some Scotch tape to the tips and then thread those through the beads. And so that worked really, really well for me. Again, don't forget to take your time with these little edges, because that's what's going to give it that clean finish. Make sure to hide, you know, everything all the way across. And then this hanging element is it's a good idea to tie it around that top layer before you attach that top layer to everything else. That way you don't have to worry about taking that extra step to stitch it on like I did. So yeah, guys, look how cute this is. I think these are so adorable. Like I said, those pom-poms, oh my gosh, I think these pom-poms would look so stinking cute. Oh, how cute, right? Maybe if I had like a actual pom-pom trim, we could just glue that on and not worry about the placement of individual pom-poms. But definitely here's a way to use up those pom-poms you have in your stash. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? I love it. Let me see. I'm gonna add them all the way down so we can see what that would look like. Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. I love it. So anyway, I hope that helps. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So my tips are just be careful with this. Remember to add this on before attaching the top layer. And yeah, guys, I hope that you guys create these. Tag me if you do, please. I would love to see what you create, what ideas you guys come up with, and you know, your way of doing these. I think they are so stinking cute. It's a cute decoration for your craft space, so to send a crafty pal or for your little girl's room. I just think they're so stinking cute. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.